Online reputation can make or break your business, and just one negative review could end up costing you thousands of dollars. Here's how we at Top Team have built a flawless 5-star reputation with over 500 reviews, and how you can do it too. So with Top Team Moving, today we are out on a move, and I want to walk you guys through what it takes to grow and manage your online reputation when it comes to reviews. Really, there are 3 takeaways that we're going to go over in this video. Okay, why is this important? Why are your reviews important? Secondly, how do you increase positive reviews? And thirdly, how do we prevent the negative reviews? And all this is going to come together to help boost your online reputation. So why do online reviews matter? Number one, they're going to shape first impressions. And secondly, they are going to validate someone's decision. So for example, if someone is just looking on Google for movers, they're going to pick the top 3 best reviews, and they're going to call the 3 and see who has the best price. I mean, that's generally how people are going to be shopping on Google, for example. But secondly, what is the best marketing resource that we can get as a moving company? It is word of mouth. This job that we're on right now, it actually came from a realtor speaking well about us and then mentioning that to the client. But pairing that word of mouth with a solid online reputation will validate that decision. So not only does it help with the first impression, but if the first impression came from a word of mouth referral or something, then it will just validate their decision. People are still gonna go look on Google, and that's why it's still important. And then of course, there's like the bonus of it's gonna improve your SEO and help you rank higher whenever people are searching for moving companies on Google. But yeah, let's go through what are people looking for whenever they're scrolling through the reviews on Google. They're looking for 3 things in my mind. They're looking for the number of reviews, total reviews, the average reviews, and then the negative reviews. Those are the 3 that they're looking for. You want to have a lot of reviews, a average of 4.5 to 5 stars if you possibly can, and then thirdly, they're going to be looking at the negative reviews. Most people, whenever they're looking at the reviews, they don't even pay attention to the 5-star reviews. They may read through a couple, but where do their eyes go first? Where are they clicking on to try to find out? They're trying to see about the worst experiences with that company. That's where people are going, and that's why this matters. You have to manage that and prevent those negative reviews while also just having a ton of 5-star reviews to help boost your numbers. Okay, so now that we've talked about why these online reviews matter, now it's time to talk about how do we increase our 5-star reviews? How do we get more of these things? So one thing that's really helped us is we ask everyone who is connected to the move. Anyone that we are able to touch and add value to, we should ask them for a review. We ask everyone. So while you're at the move, it's not only the person who is your primary contact. Say it's like the wife was your primary contact, you're asking the husband, you're asking the kid, you're asking the grandma who shows up, you're asking the neighbor who stops by, you're asking the dog. Can't ask the dog, but ask everyone involved, right? A second piece of advice would be to incentivize your team, okay? Specifically your movers. So incentivizing, say like an ops manager or some office person, that's great, but your movers are the ones who are they are hands-on in this experience, and the customer is able to build a face-to-face connection, personal relationship with them. Incentivize those movers. They're going to have the highest success rate, and they're going to be the most motivated, most likely, to work with these incentives and get these reviews for you. The best time to be asking for these reviews would be right when the move is completed, right when you're taking payment, happy customer, and you want to do your best to make it as easy as possible. So timing is super important. We ask right around the time that we're finishing up taking payment, and we make it super duper easy for the customer as well. We have, if it's on me right now, let me go get it. I'm gonna show you. Just need to grab my wallet out of the van here. I'll show you what I got. All right, so we have these Popple cards with a QR code on the back. And basically, once you scan that QR code, it takes that person's phone to a page that has all of our review information on it, and they can quickly just click, sign in on Google, and leave the review. And our guys have these cards, so they can do that whole process with the client, with the customer, get the incentive, so they're motivated to do it. And sometimes our client even just says, here's my phone, write it for me. And our guys just do that. They put some good keywords in and write it really quick. What we've done is we have them put their name in the review and then just say some nice things about the move. And then a bonus tip with that, if you're incentivizing your guys to leave the review, kind of mention the reviews throughout move day. And say that by the end of the move day, hey, we're gonna ask you for a review. We're gonna wanna know what you think. So like, let them know ahead of time. Don't just surprise them at the end whenever it's time to take payment. Hey, you wanna leave us a review? You can kind of gradually let them know about it and set their expectations. That way they're not surprised. I think that's a good psychological little hack. Make the review asking process a little bit easier for whoever is doing that transaction. Okay, now we've gone over why are the reviews important? Why is online reputation? Why does that matter? We've gone over how to increase our positive reviews. Now I think this is probably the most important part of the video that everyone can really use these strategies, is how to prevent the negative reviews. So my first step is, I remember when I was first starting the company, I went to other moving companies' pages and I looked at their reviews. I was kind of like interested in what that was. What makes a positive review? What are people saying in that? And then what makes a negative review? What are people saying in that? So I guess the simple rule to follow is get that data, get that set in your mind as someone who's operating a moving company, and do more of what the positive reviews say and do less of what the negative reviews say. So I won't even give specific examples of what are in the positive reviews and what are in the negative reviews. I challenge you to go out and look and just develop an understanding for yourself. Read these reviews and see what makes a positive one and see what makes a negative one, and then act and operate your moving company accordingly. Okay, so you know what not to do after reading those negative reviews. Now, what happens if something negative does happen? Moving isn't perfect, things happen. How do we handle those situations? So, of course, you always want to make it right and make it right as quickly as possible. Claims are gonna come in as a moving company, and you just have to make it right and make it right quickly, okay? And go above and beyond whenever you're making it right. Don't do it 50% on making it right. Make it 110% right for whoever that customer is. And with that, communication is super, super important. You have to have a really good idea for how the customer is feeling, okay? So what we do a really good job of at Top Team is communication, okay? This is before the move, during the move, after the move. We're in really strong communication with the customer. We understand what they want, what their expectations are, and how they're feeling. We're really in touch with that. So if anything does feel off, or you know, we can catch that. Or say we're checking in, you know, multiple times during the move, you know, before they really get upset, we can catch it just right when that happens. And it's not just communication with the customer, it's also communication with whoever your crew is. So everyone has to be online, and I think communication is super important so that you can catch the negative reviews before they happen, and that way you can quickly make it right. Sometimes something goes wrong on the move and we quickly make it right to where it's made right before the end of move day. And to me, that's ideal. So rather than you take payment and it takes days or weeks later for you to finally come to a resolution with your customer on their claim, you know, if you can do it on move day and know for certain that they are happy and that they're satisfied, then that would be preferred. Now, we've asked for reviews before, especially if we like send a link or something. So sometimes we don't get the review on the move. We send a link to the client, which is probably your second best option. But we say, hey, would you mind leaving us a review? And guess what they do? They leave a 4-star review or something. And we're like, hey, what happened? What do we need to do to make this a 5-star review? And then they mention something small and we're able to work it out. Some people we've had, we asked them, hey, what could we have done to make it better? They said, the move was perfect. The move was great. I'm just a really critical person. I can't leave a 5-star review. Silly stuff like that. So my advice is whenever you send that link, you ask specifically for a 5-star review. Don't say, hey, can you leave us a review? Say, hey, can you leave us a 5-star review specifically? That way they know what you're expecting. Last thing here is I see a lot of people complaining in like moving groups and stuff. Hey, someone left a negative review and they weren't even my client. What do I do with that? I get this 1-star review. I don't even know. It's like some fake review. You know, that has happened to us before. And, you know, I don't think it works every time because obviously people are still struggling with this. But what we were able to do is we had a 1-star review come in from someone who didn't even use us. And I just quickly got on it and reported it on Google as off topic with as many accounts as possible, as quickly as possible. So that's a little hack just in case something does happen where there's a 1-star review and like it shouldn't be there. Then that's something that you can do is report it to Google as off topic with as many accounts as possible, as quickly as possible. Following the guys outside. This truck is all finished, you know.
Again, local moves are different than some longer distance moves. You know, we're just trying to move efficiently. Got this second truck, gonna have plenty of room. Ruben's gonna be loading this truck, but while I got him, I'm gonna talk to Johnny.
Here we go. Go.
Johnny, say what's up.
What's up? How you doing?
You're good on camera, right?
Yeah. I'm great.
I love your Snapchat stories.
Great. Yes.
So the question for today, well, the video topic is reviews, okay? Why are they important?
Okay.
And then how to get more of them and how to prevent the negative ones. Do you have any thoughts on reviews just in business, working at Top Team, or just in your personal life? Like how do reviews and online reputation, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, you know, reviews are very important. I mean, a lot of times I go out on the job and a customer will tell me, you know, hey, we found you guys because of a 5-star review, things like that. So that means a lot. And then when we get there, you know, we have to perform and show them why we're a 5-star review, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's very important as far as like clientele and customers seeing that and then using us in that factor.
What do you do to prevent negative reviews out on the job?
To prevent negative reviews, I'd say definitely take care of the client's furniture, you know, wrap everything, make sure there's nothing that can like be, you know, like hit any walls, damage, anything like that. So damage, damage is the number one. Also, just being kind to the customer and just kind of frequently talking to them, you know, keeping them involved and stuff and keeping them like their anxiety down is important. So that keeps our reviews good, for sure.
Good advice.
Yeah, thanks,
sir.
Johnny. Oh, of course.
All right, Ruben's filming because he doesn't like to be on video, but we got a quick challenge for the crew. Ruben, you can be involved if you want to, okay? All right, so we have our Popple cards that I mentioned earlier with the QR codes, okay? A $25 bonus opportunity, $25 for each review that you're able to get, okay? You can get one from each person in the home.
All right.
Sound good?
All right.
There's the challenge. You guys can take this card. That QR code takes them to get the review. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Ruben's gonna follow you around and ready, set, go.
I'll follow you guys.
Who's gonna win?
Look at Ruben.
Oh, why did they go?
No, you're good, you're good.
You have the phone with you?
So. There you go. Who got rid of Let's see your sales skills.
I ain't got none.
Derek's the winner.
I just got this.
You got you first.
I think we all did a good job.
Now what do I do?
Click on beach. And then if you're signed in, hopefully you got it.
So we get to rate each individual person? Is that...
Yeah, whoever did the best. You know? We had any trouble today?
That'd be a sweet, like, internal
Yeah.
competition, right?
Yeah,
You're
of
like,
course, of course.
How'd you get 5 and I got 4?
Okay, question for Lauren. Are you okay with being on camera for 2 seconds?
Sure.
Okay. So Lauren, you found out about us from Zach Spurlock,
Yes.
realtor. He recommended us.
Yes.
Okay. After you found out word of mouth from him, did you look up online to research us at all?
I did not.
You didn't? You just
I did
went
not.
for it? Okay.
No.
Well, that goes against my point of the video. Some people are just gonna go for it like that. So that is the power of word of mouth. But in other instances, if you're making a decision, how important is online reputation for you whenever choosing a company?
100%, just not in this case, but I've dodged a few bullets by looking at reviews before.
Sure.
So,
Would you say that sometimes, even though you get that word of mouth referral, would you still go in and check on what people have to say online?
I would.
I mean, maybe you 100% trust Zach and what he had to say, but you know.
In this case, it was the referral from Zach.
Sounds good. Good job,
Yeah.
Zach. Thank you. All right, we are closing up on the vlog here. We'll see how this turns out. I think it was a pretty good one. Hopefully it was helpful to you guys. You know, we went over why do reviews even matter in the first place? Why do these online reviews matter? See a lot of moving companies. It seems like they don't even care. They don't have a whole lot. They don't push for them because if you push for them, you'll get them, right? And then how to earn consistent 5-star reviews. There's ways to do that. There's methods, there's systems and processes that you can build into your business to make that happen. And then lastly, how do you prevent the negative reviews? And honestly, a lot of that just takes, you know, sometimes there's sacrifice there, basically. You know, sometimes to prevent those negative reviews, you just have to take the moral high ground and be a good quality, upstanding business owner. And that's what it takes. But as we're finishing up here, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you have any sort of home service business friends or moving company business friends specifically, definitely let them know about this channel. Would love to reach more of them, build that community, and just learn from each other and help each other improve. Hopefully this video was that for you, and I'll catch you on the next one.